Okay. Oh, shit. Okay. The reason. Wow, okay. I need to tell you guys about what just happened. So, this is why I don't have anything on screen, is because of what just happened, which is that I go to start up Vampire Survivors, get everything ready, nice and in time for stream, and. And then. And then. I like click on Vampire Survivors, and I'm like, waha, hooray, yippee. And then it's like, data's corrupted. And I'm like, huh? It's like, yeah, your data's corrupted. And I'm like, oh, what do I do about that? And the Switch is like, you gotta download it again, or it's just on a different SD card. Those are our only two options, fam. And I was like, so I was like, I'm pretty sure I haven't changed the SD card. But I'll start with that first. And so I grabbed my other SD card and slewed it all into place. And then the Switch was like, great. That wasn't it. And I was like, ah! And so so I swapped the SD card back in, downloaded Vampire Survivors. I was gonna have the title about how Vampire Survivors data got corrupted. Let's see if downloading it fixes it. But I downloaded it too fast, and it was ready to rock and roll right as it was time to start stream. So then that's why my screen wasn't set up and ready. So wow. What a shocking turn of events. That's alright. I didn't mind being like, alright fam, what do we do instead? But Vampire Survivors is okay. I don't know how the data became corrupted. Question marks about that. But yay, hooray, I get to play the video game. How are you? This all just falls into everything has been so just today. Feels like, oh, that's right, we unlocked a new location. The tower. So let's go there. Let's try it out. Let's see what happens. And get some music playing, because goddamn, this game is quiet. But yeah, it's just, today's just been kind of going through the ringer. But how have you guys been? It's been so long, I feel like I don't even know how to play this game anymore. How's it going tonight? I'll be honest, it could be a lot better, but it could be a lot worse. Oh, that's right, I gotta look around to see if I can find, like, there's gotta be a map. Yes, a map. Everything is to the north, except for something very exciting to the south. So let's try going there. But how have you guys all been? Is everything alright with you? I mean, I'm watching a Twiins Inc. stream, so my day is better than earlier. Oh, hell yeah. Get to watch my stream to see how bad things could be. My movement feels so clunky and goofy. Do I always, have I always played with the analog stick? Or is it better to go with the D-pad? I don't know. You gotta be able to do something with that summoning circle, surely. This game has 4 billion goddamn secret characters. Sorry I haven't caught a lot of your previous Vampire Survivor streams. Is it okay to give advice like weapon combinations or no? I don't mind. I'm gonna call myself good enough at this game, but I am bad at remembering, like, what things are good together, so I do not mind. Work was crazy. My manager screamed at one of the workers for something. Not sure what. I had my headphones in. Maybe it was for something worthwhile. Sometimes don't you feel that? Same energies. Don't you just want to lose, like, go bad shit? But sometimes when you got a coworker that's just like the worst, you sit there and you go, golly, I really, really wish somebody would tell them what for, you know? Gun needs so many things to upgrade. And I don't know what the cross needs. We'll figure that out, I'm sure. Today at work, oh my gosh, it was like International Bring Your Crying Child to the Public Day. I don't know what the fuck, don't you hate that when a mom's got a crying child and they're screaming and wailing and making a big ol' hullabalooey, and then they just meander around, and it's like, leave the establishment. Go away. Nobody else wants to listen to your shitty kids screaming and crying. You're not trying to like calm the kid down at all. You're just dooting around, and it's like, leave! Go home! No one likes you! Heard gun beats rock, paper, scissors, but not sure. You know, it's certainly up there on the tier list of simple weapons. Get that. Yes. Excellent. Yeah, we'll go with the clock. Making fan art of your Pokemon Magical Girl team, and yours as well. That's Superfly. I love fan art of the Magical Girl Pokemons. Cause they're such fun designs, but then like I don't get to return to them, you know, unless I rewatch the video. But it's demonstrably the most fun part about doing a Magical Girl Pokemon playthrough. Cause I usually like to draw my Pokemon as humans anyway. Misread that, Twiins? Joke ruined. Woe is me. Oh, I did ruin your joke. I'm sorry for doing that to you. Imagine me on doing the Adon Goza, is that what it's called? Where I'm like on my hands and knees, bowing all the way down so my forehead hits the floor. You know, the I'm very, very, very sorry in Japan, that one. Pretend I'm doing that. For ruining your good joke. I will grieve with my family. Fan art of your own Pokemon? You are your biggest fan. Look at this silly magician guy. But I always like to draw my Pokemon teams as humans anyway. Like, once I beat the Elite Four, I'll go back and draw them and be like, yeah, those were my guys. Yeah. I'm doing a shit job of like leveling up. I need to like actually pick up things. Open the grimoire, please. I still don't know what fuses with cross. So I guess we'll just keep on charging forward. Oh no! Hard to charge forward when you're surrounded by candles that are bombs. Public transit. Bad moms are the worst, letting their kids just running around the bus. Yes! Oh my gosh. I cannot fathom people who live like that. Who allow themselves to be the most embarrassing people in public. Like, I know that, like, you can have kind of an uppity attitude of, like, it's just a kid, you know? Get over it. And it's like, no, you opted into this life. I didn't. If I wanted to listen to children screaming and crying all the time, I wouldn't be working in the back rooms, you know? My kit is ending up really, like, spread shot. I don't have any kind of consistency with my moveset here. I don't like the big skulls. They look kind of scary. Sometimes catch way too many Pokemon. I'm probably gonna draw the team I beat Leon with. Yeah, that's the thing. I did that with Sword too, because it was my first one, so I was really, like, really energetic in catching new Pokemon to have in the video. I'm slightly more reined in with, like, especially Red version, where, there's so few Pokemon anyway. Yeah, but I understand how it can be like, oh no, this is too much work now. That's alright. We all do it. I remember as a kid, me and my sister, we only did the bring your kid to work today, but just skip school. It's really chill, actually. I think we went to our parents' work places a couple of times, but it wasn't for like an event. Like, it wasn't bring your kid to, wow, I got a thing. It wasn't like a bring your kid to work day. It was like for other reasons. Like, no one else could watch us, or like in the middle of the day we would go to a dentist appointment or something, and so we had to just stick with our parents. But yeah, nothing all that exciting. Going to your parents' place of work is really, really boring, if you ask me. At my job, a bunch of kids come in after school, and so many of them are so annoying and disrespectful. A few have been banned for tearing up the booths. Dang, kids these days? Okay. I know Gen Z like to prop themselves up, or I guess it's Gen Alpha, like to prop themselves up as the new greatest generation. For some reason. And you know, I think we all tend to. Except for millennials, I gotta say. I feel like we were just like existing, and then boomers were like, let's start a generational war with the kids, and we were like, what? Why? But like, I remember at work, there were these kids, they were so fucking annoying. They were like younger kids, like not like little kids, but like maybe high school, middle school, and they were just tearing up shelves. And I'm like, brother, what's wrong with you guys? Ain't you raised right? Like, get out of here, Jesus. So the kids these days, I don't know, I'm worried about them. I feel like there's a lot of disrespect just casually thrown around in a generation that prioritizes becoming internet famous above all else. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even that they've always got their phones out and filming themselves, but it's just, that's the kind of, like, characteristics that get popular, is kind of being like a little snot asshole, and kids just pick up on that, and, you know, they just replicate what they see. You know, I grew up watching Jenna Marbles, so that's kind of what the personality I latched onto, as it were. And kids these days have like shit like Andrew Tate. Blech. So I worry about the kids, but I know we always do, don't we? What's this? My mom used to mow people's yards for money, and since I was like 6, she had to take me with her. While she was pushing lawnmower around the neighborhood, she would let me sit on it and just push me around like it was a stroller. It was super fun. I bet it was a real bummeroni when you became too big, and it's like, I can't push you anymore. And it's like, no, no. Honestly, surprised you had a full team in red, and a gen so full of literally just Godzilla. Yeah, I really narrowed down the 7 Pokemon I could have used, honestly. I don't think there were, I think maybe you could make an argument for like, you know, Venomoth maybe. But yeah, I feel like there was really only so many Pokemon. In a world where, since I chose red version, I didn't even have access to Ninetales. Only Arcanine is in red version, and I really contemplated using it, because I really like Arcanine. I always do, but I never do. But I asked Critter, like I messaged her, like, is Arcanine a magical girl? And she was like, no, it's too shonen. I was like, I think you're right, but yeah, really thought about it. But if I had played blue version, then I would have had Ninetales, and I could have used that. And instead, I was stuck with Flareon. Which means finally everyone could get off my case about using an evolution. I'm actually a recruiter as a job, at least in training, you aren't wrong. I've been to some high schools, and yeah, I've seen some duds, but I met some diamonds in the rough, and it gave me a sigh of relief. But kids are a bunch of nerds. Hate them. I mean, that's also, younglings always have a kind of sort of superiority complex, for lack of any better word, and that's regardless of the generation. You know, in a world where you get to feel invincible, and you do believe yourself to be smarter than everyone else, sometimes it's even the truth. Which only enforces that sense of, like, superiority. But, yeah, every kid is like that. I personally believe that quote unquote soft parenting has given way to lazy parenting, and parents are more worried about being a mean parent instead of worrying about creating bitch ass hellions. You know, I think you're onto something there, and I can understand. A lot of people who are having children these days are people who weren't treated properly by their parents. Because, like, a lot of Gen Xers... Gen X? Yeah. Gen Xers, like, they kind of didn't do it all super well. And of course, this is generalizing, but it seems like a lot of Gen X parents were hands-off to the point that kids ended up feeling sort of disregarded. While also being, like, helicopters in an age where they suddenly had to worry about strangers on the internet trying to contact your kid. And so, I don't know, being a parent is never easy. I'll make that clear, but I do think that kids of those parents are now like, okay, well, I want to make sure I'm doing everything right. I don't want to yell at my kid, scream at my kid, because I remember getting screamed at by my mom, and because I've got, you know, some kind of neurodivergence, that really fucked me up, and I don't want to do that to my kid. And so, I can understand. But also, I think you're right, Messiah, and I think it is also easy to be lazy. Ooh, I died really fast. Those big night guys hit you very hard. I was distracted by the chest. I know Gen Alpha kinda scares me, since there are some at Ulta to be like their favorite makeup influencer and keep remembering the time when I was a kid, Gen Z. I didn't even know what makeup, like was or used to be, just buying toy makeup. Yeah, the internet's a scary place for kids to be. I think we've gotta actually kinda get that figured out to some degree. I think kids have access to far too much than what they should. And they're being constantly advertised to by these humongous content creators. Of course they want to go to Ulta, because that's what James Charles uses. And he's got like 2 million subscribers. I think that's actually incredibly low for him. He's got like 20 million subscribers. And he's internet famous and lives in a mansion in Beverly Hills. And I want to be internet famous and live in a mansion in Beverly Hills. And I want to be BFFs with my favorite YouTubers. And they wear Ulta, so I need to go to Ulta. And I think it's not cool for kids to be constantly subjected to that kind of mindset. But I'm number one. We need to fix how people engage with the internet. I've been that for forever. I do think there is an issue with rampant cyberbullying. And yeah, people are just not good online, and I think, and kids are often the problem. It's not even just like, oh, well, they're an adult who's just, you know, a basement dweller. Kids can be real vile. And I think people just need to learn, like, actually, like, etiquette classes, but online. If you just teach kids, hey, this is how you should behave, then they usually listen. To some degree, at least. Gonna be a bit personal, but my parents were neglectful, didn't care about disciplining me or my brother. Oh no! It sucks to be disciplined, but I appreciate her, with your grandma, for actually trying. You know what? Grandma's gotta do her best. But that does blow. That's alright, though. Everything works out eventually. The annoying part is just waiting for that. And trust me, I know. I mean, when I become an old man with a baby goober, I'm definitely not giving them an iPad or some shit. I think iPads are great for kids in public. I gotta be honest. This might be a hot take, but I've seen so many in a world where it was International Take Your Screaming Child Outside Day, seemingly. I've seen so many well-behaved kids just on an iPad sitting in a cart, you know, minding their own business, just like engaging with whatever's on their little iPad, whether it's watching YouTube or playing a little game, whatever, what have you, you know. And they're just quiet and well behaved and having a grand old time. And I remember being a miserable kid stuck in the store with grandma, the most boring time of my life, and she always only wanted to go to the store when Pokemon was on. Annoying, obnoxious, stupid, dumb. I wanted to be home and playing Pokemon, or watching Pokemon, and instead I was in the store watching her grip up all of the apples, and it's like, Grandma, just buy any goddamn apple. They're all fine. So I think iPads are great to keep your kid just, you know, quiet in public. But, yeah, I think absolutely that shit needs to be regulated when, you're at home. And that's true for anything. It's rough with an iPad, because I think iPad time can be so much. It's not just playing a video game. Maybe the kid really likes watching YouTube on it, or some other thing, I don't know. But it's rough, because I don't think anyone goes, oh, I want to limit how much my kid plays video games, but I do think people want to limit how much they watch TV/YouTube, so I don't know, how do you do that? How do you take care of that? I don't know. I ain't got kids, and I'm not planning on having any. Kids can be worse, because from what I've seen, these kids try to be the most edgy, vile, horny, hateful thing imaginable, and immediately hide behind the shield of, I am a minor. You know, that is true. They love pulling out, I am a minor. And it's like, then you gotta learn how to behave. Then you need a child lock on your iPad. I remember as a kid, we keep singing this FNAF song to die right in front of my mom, and she scolded us and got rid of YouTube and replaced it with YouTube Kids. You know what? I do understand. I don't want to be a hater, but I can understand your mom's decision on that one. Where'd that chest go? I know there's a chest somewhere around here. There it is. Left it on the stairs. Never could really use a phone in public. I don't like people around me while I'm the pewter. Fascinating to get rid of the shortest syllable in computer. Very British of you. I remember I was very self-conscious every time I would go to the grocery store and I'd pull out my phone to check my grocery list. Because I was like, do people think I'm being, you know, some kind of snot just texting on my phone in public? And I'm like, it's my phone, I'm in public, who fucking cares? I'm looking, if someone does want to give me a hard time about it, I can be like, I'm looking at my grocery list, Grandpa. I don't have a notepad to write that shit down in. I've got a phone that with text on it. I don't know what to tell you. So I got over that fear pretty fast. But I do understand being like, so if I'm like waiting in line for the bathroom or something, and I'm in generally a public space, I do get like really self-conscious about what I do look at on my phone, because I don't want to go to like Twitter and be like, time to open up Twitter, what a fun little website. Oh no, it's a bunch of NSFW art, wow, I've leveled up so much, because I follow so many artists, and so many of them, I think I only follow the one NSFW account, but they like to retweet each other's stuff, and sometimes it's not even NSFW, but you see like a Hoyo-verse girl, and it's like, it's just anime fan art on your timeline, and it's like, I don't want people to know I'm cringe, and so you just hide your phone away. So yeah, I'm very particular in what I'm looking up. There it is. when I'm in public, so I can understand. The chest was the friends we made along the way. Oh no, he has his bare ass in the screen. Should I have said compu instead? You know, I would have understood what compu means, I think. But it's alright. I think, it's just because computer? See, that's the problem, is I think my accent just turns it into sounding like farts. You know, when you poot, you know? And I didn't want to do you dirty by making it sound like you were farting in public. I definitely opened Blue Sky and a whole goat sea was there. What the heck are you looking up on Blue Sky, Serge? Such a surprising sentence that made Pippin grumble in his sleep. I've gotta say, I've done excellently in this round. I'm already at level 42, and I don't know what I need to get to level up again, to like, upgrade the next thing again. But I'm doing dang all swell for not knowing where anything is in this level. Oh, flamey cheese, yes. I'll keep charging forward, I suppose. There's like, okay, yeah, there's like water in the not too far distance somewhere around here, and I want to find it. The thing I remembered it. I remembered, by the way. Yesterday I was like, I feel like there was something I wanted to talk about. Oh, I can't remember. It's probably my new video, which you all should watch. But the thing I actually wanted to talk about is I wanted to tell you all about my thoughts about Pokemon TCG Pocket. Yay! Sorceress's Tears permanently allow speeding up time in stage selection. Fascinating. Yeah, Pokemon TCG Pocket is fun. It's the Pokemon card game that's on a mobile, the like newer one. It's really cool. I like it a lot. Okay, but the important part. So they've dropped a new like a banner, for lack of any better word, because it technically is a gacha, but they're Pokemon cards. They've got a new thing. It's Mew. It's Mew deck. Mystic Island. Mew is on the art for the, like, card sleeves. However, the big player is actually Celebi. Celebi has joined the battle, and I quickly figured out that in the competitive, battles against other players, Celebi continually showed up, and it makes sense because Celebi is really, really strong when paired with another Pokemon, Serperior. So what you do is you put Serperior on your bench. You have to evolve it, of course, but you keep Serperior on your bench, and it's got an ability that basically means every energy, you need energy to do moves in this game, every energy is equal to 2. So usually if like you got a move that needs 2 energy attached to the Pokemon to use, you actually only need, and this only works for grass type energy, but you know, that's what Celebi is, a grass type Pokemon, but and so instead of needing those 2 energy that you would normally need, instead, you just need the 1. And why that works really well with Celebi is because how Celebi's attack works is the more energy attached to Celebi, the more damage it does. You like flip a coin for every energy attached to it, and for every heads it does 50 damage. Now, just by default, you know, you need 2 energy to do that move, so that's already the possibility of 100 damage in a world where not many Pokemon have much more than 100 HP. However, you pair that with Serperior, and your game becomes loading Celebi with energy. And so then I've had like 10 energy Celebis flipping heads to deal an unfathomable amount of damage to every Pokemon. And basically, that's the strat. It's a great strat. Really, really great stuff. However, it was pissing me off. Because I was losing. And I was like, okay. then I'll get better. I will find a way to beat the Celebies. I didn't want to use Celebi myself. Oh no, no. I wanted to counter Celebi, and I have. And here is the strat for any of you out there playing Pokemon TCG Pocket. Okay, how do you beat Celebi? Well, you beat it at its own game. You need Exeggutor. I love Exeggutor. What Exeggutor does is it's got one move, and you have the same setup as Celebi. You also have Superior on the bench because Exeggutor's attack takes 4 energy, and so you kind of want Superior to help boost your energy, so then it doesn't take you forever to set up Exeggutor, because its attack does 80 base damage. Oh, but only 80 base damage? Well, what else does it do? Okay, for every energy attached to your opponent's Pokemon, it does, I think it's 20, but it does even more damage. And so you put that up against Celebi, who they've crunked full of energy, so it can do its big attack. And oh, look at that! Because of all that work you did, my Exeggutor does like 230 something damage to your Celebi, and you're out. And then they're left being like, what do I do? And that's the strat. So how do you beat Celebi? Exeggutor. And thank you for coming to my Pokemon TCG Pocket TED Talk. I'm very proud of the work I've done to counter Celebi. Celebi is cute. It's a little fairy onion. Fire. No, no, no! Cause see, I've thought about that. Hang on. Cause I thought about that. Because Celebi is weak to fire. Oh! Soul Eater. Evolved Garlic. Oh, I've gotten that before. But I thought about that because Celebi is weak to fire, and I was like, it still takes too long. It's still like Exeggutor beats it at the very game it is, like, playing at. Exeggutor is the perfect counter, because the very thing that the, players are doing to try to boost Celebi is the very thing that also makes Exeggutor super effective against it. So I did think about that, but, oh boy, I'm surprised I survived that little rush through that giant army of strong Nightmen. I'm not going to, but yeah. Howdy, welcome. You just missed me giving a small TED Talk about Pokemon TCG Pocket. I understand nothing, but I'm happy for you. I'll put it as simply as I can. Celebi, do big attack, but because of that, Exeggutor does bigger attack. Tree beats onion. So yeah, I'm having a grand old great time with Pokemon. I do really want the fancy Mew card though. I still don't have it. I've unlocked the tiers! Hooray! Way to go, Self. Thanks, Self. There's a bunch of characters that I think we can purchase. So let's do that. Right, yeah, I still have fucking Demario that I don't think I care about, but I do want to unlock everyone I can. Is he the only one? What? I also didn't even unlock a new location. Great, I've got an old man. Yeah, movement speed up sounds great, and then I think we'll hold off on that. Yeah, I want to go back to Croachy because he's the best, but how do I actually... Hang on, sorry, I'm lost in menus. Survive 20 minutes with at least plus 10% curse. I don't know if I'll ever do that. Not till the end. Gotta find the coffin in the tower. I'm gonna try going north this time. Kill a bunch of shrimp. Kill a bunch of milk elementals. Defeat a total of 6,000 stage killers. Obtain the infinite corridor. Okay. Oh, it's him! It's his tower! Obtain the crimson shroud. No idea what that is. Find and open the coffin in another location. Evolve the Paco Batillier. Don't know what that is. Sounds like it's connected to the gun attack, though. Complete Collection 1.0. Unlock conditions. Survive 20 minutes in the laboratory. 20 minutes in Space 54. Welly well. Did I say Cock Tower? Surely I didn't. I must have said Clock Tower. The answer to what's in the Cock Tower is... See, you know, I paused there because I was like, what's my plan of action? Am I going in with be crude, or do I subvert that expectation and and go in with something benign? Like, you expect me to say, what's in the Cock Tower? Well, a bunch of milk, of course. Ha 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 ha. But it's like, what if I say something less sexual? But then I couldn't think of anything. Still have no idea what I need to upgrade my crosses. I'm surprised it's not the Bibble. I also don't know what this thing is over here that I'm running towards. But by gum, I'm gonna get it. Every time I start a new run in Vampire Survivors, I forget immediately that I don't have garlic, and I just start trying to run directly into bad guys. I just like the garlic a whole lot. The chicken tower is just a fancier chicken coop. Murder. Get him. Okay, perfect. Zero mentioned in the Discord that I should play Hades. And I remember someone had said something previously that made me go, well, you know what? This actually does sound pretty good. So maybe once I reach an ending point to Vampire Survivors, I pick up Hades, and that can be the new... the new, roguelike, and I just permanently have a roguelike in rotation throughout the week. I become known as the roguelike streamer, and it's like, why? The question is, do you give Zero the credit for you playing Hades? Oh, hell no. But if I ever do like a tier list or discussing their designs, which I think I would like to do. Because Hades' character designs are really solid. I think I'd probably use Zero as a resource to learn more about the mythos. Because I could just, like, Google them and do that research. But Zero seems to know quite a lot about, like, Greek mythology already, and so basically that's quicker than me Googling them. What I really want is for Hades 2 to finally fucking come out, cause I know it's been in, like, they had a trailer for it, like, goddamn, like 7 years ago now. Hades 2 is gonna become the new Silk Song, it feels like. It was like, okay, you released a trailer, and I think it's got like an early access version out right now. But I hate those. I don't want to play a demo, I don't want to play an early access, I want to play a full version. And, the reason why I really want a full version of Hades 2 to come out is because there are some characters who don't have their official art yet. And I'm like, but I want to see them! Please! Imagine Zero being a demigod who's living as a mortal for fun. Oh, that's giving him way too much credit. You know what what I'm surprised, though? I'm surprised Zero, I don't know if any of you know this, Zero has a YouTube channel, and his thumbnails always feature him as, like, a banana. It's his profile picture. He's got, like, this little banana guy. And I'm surprised he hasn't, like, really leaned into that and stream while wearing a banana suit, you know? Would that be goofy? Yes, but, you know, whatever. You're the one who chose to make yourself a banana. He doesn't look much like a banana other than that. Zero doing peanut butter jelly time. Showing your age there, Cereza. Either that or even the younglings still know about peanut butter jelly time. Gotta make a call right now. Ring ring, Zero! Buy a banana suit! Sometimes just having a gimmick can kind of be all you need. Mr. Clemps, 10 out of 10. Love his reviews. But at first, it definitely helped that he was just known as the guy with the rubber gloves. And it means that artwork of him is always pretty recognizable. Because otherwise, you know, he's just a handsome fella with dark hair. And, you know, nothing too stand out in terms of, like, character traits that otherwise people could latch onto. You know, Moist Critical has his really long hair, stuff like that. And sometimes you want to be able to be kind of quickly recognizable, even when simplified. Alpha Rat is another one. He's got his, bleached hair, and he's had it for a long while now. And it makes you immediately know who he is, even across other people's art styles and thumbnails. It's always like, oh, there's Alpha Rat. And so unless you want to bleach your hair like Alpha Rat, having just a gimmick to quickly be like, that's him. And Zero's already got one. He's already got his banana thing. But then you see him, and it's like, well, that's not a banana. And he doesn't have to go all the way with, like, a banana VTuber. Though it would be pretty hilarious, because that's another great thing. Because VTubers suffer from this as well. It's like, well, what are you? Oh, I'm a cat girl. Okay. Wow. There's definitely not 4,000 of that. No, I'm a pink cat girl. Wow, that's still incredibly, like, common. And that's, you know, just kind of people like cats. There are girls who are cats and like the color pink and they want to be VTubers. But it helps to have a thing to sell yourself, especially in the VTubing world. You can get by with having a unique art style. I'd say, you know, Pumpkin Potion being a toon, like a 1920s Betty Boop-esque toon. She stands out so much. You immediately recognize her. Same with, like, Ninny, who is a My Little Pony. You know, it's like, look at that pony one! Critter has a whole collection. She likes to find VTubers who have unique, like, designs, or art styles. But a lot of people want to be an anime. And then you're stuck with being like, okay, so I'm gonna be an anime, but I want to be, you know, a cat girl, or I want to be an angel or a devil, and listen, I recognize I'm not the most unique looking one out there. Oh wow, another albino? Oh, and she's got horns? Oh, well, technically I'm a fallen angel, not a devil. Oh yeah, well, you still got devil horns. Actually, I'm a fuchsia cat. It was very sad when I joined stream and he was a human instead of a banana. But yeah, having a solid gimmick can be a big step in helping you kind of kick off, because starting is the hard part with content creation. It's a slow climb, but then a bit like a roller coaster, it can pick up speed really quickly. But you gotta get that slow climb off the ground first, and being able to go, that's the banana guy, or something like that, can be a huge help, as opposed to just like how do you describe, you know, H-Bomber guy? He's just a funny British guy. Now he's got like a lab coat, you know, thing, but also now, you know, He's H Bomber Guy. People know who he is. He's humongous. You don't need to explain H Bomber Guy. Not sure if it's very original, but I really love how my Sona looks. She's a little gremlin. That is fun. I think the important part and that's the thing, you know, I talk about being advertisable, but I think the most important part about, especially as an artist, if you want to represent yourself online, with like a persona kind of a thing, is to do what you want to do, to be what you want to be. And I think VTubers struggle with this a lot. I think a lot of people go, I want to be a VTuber, and Corone in Hololive is really popular, so I want to be a dog like her. Or stuff like that. And so I saw a VTuber once who was really cool. They looked like, you know, this, you know, it was Iron Mouse. She had a bunch of pink hair and cool horns, and I want to be just like her, because she's also really popular. And even if it's not motivated by popularity, that person looked cool, so I want to look like them. But what do you like? You know? Like, you can join a company as a VTuber, and they choose your design for you, which I think can be a lot of fun as well. What do you choose for me, huh? I think that's nifty. I think there's a lot of work that goes into, as a company, deciding, like, whose personality and voice fits whatever models you already have. And I think that can be really neato. Especially, I gotta say, when they either do it really well or do it really poorly. Have I reached this dang thing yet? No, but I'm almost there. But if you're just an independent streamer and you want to be a VTuber, do what do you like? What are you passionate about? What makes you happy? And I feel like I just see so many indie VTubers who don't let themselves do that. Who instead go, well, I saw this, and so I want to do that. Or, oh, I just paid someone else to make a design, and I paid someone else to rig that design. H Bomber Guy's main character design is that he's bald. I remember when he wasn't bald. I was there for that transition. It was confusing, but yeah, you know, he works with it well. I think what really helps is being bald but with a beard. It's just a good look. Otherwise you turn into an egghead. He's by no means the first one to do that, but I'm glad that he was like, alright, I'll grow a beard. Grow a beard and then I won't look like an egghead. Do I at least get to spin the wheel? I always wanted to be a blue gremlin who looks like she would do several war crimes, you know what? To each their own. This area is very speed-based, it seems, which is fascinating. I've always had characters who are albino like this. I've always been very taken with this design. I remember in Adventure Quest, the first time I really got to make my own character was goddamn Adventure Quest. But I remember playing Adventure Quest and I liked to start new games, because the game was, I'll be honest, pretty boring. But you could start a new game and wow, it's kind of fun and interesting when you're level 1. And then you play for a couple hours and then you kind of aren't strong enough to do anything else, and so you give up, and then eventually you start a new game. And hey, it's fun and interesting when you're level 1. But I always made myself with white hair and red eyes. And I think it's because I had a ferret who was albino. That's how I learned about albinism. And so I was very, very taken with the aesthetic of white hair and red eyes. Because my little guy, that was my first pet. We had the family cat. But my pet, mine, he belonged to me, was Little Crater. That was the name I chose for him. Crater the Ferret, and I'll let you know why I chose that name. What a shitty fucking name. I'll also let you know, Critter chose Sirius for her cat, or ferret name. Her ferret was named Sirius, like Sirius Black, because he fit that aesthetic pretty well, and it worked out, because Sirius was very good at escaping from their cage, so it worked out. But why Critter? Why did I name my ferret Crater? I named him after a crater that we visited on a field trip in, like, elementary school. And beforehand as well. I was so excited at the field trip, that was going to happen in, like, a week or so. That when we obtained our ferrets, I was so excited for this field trip that I decided to name the ferret after the concept of visiting a crater. Ah, well, what are you gonna do? Kids will be kids. You know what? If I didn't do that, I probably would have named it after some Pokemon. Or a different Harry Potter character. So whatever. Everyone names their pets stupid stuff when they're young. Was the crater at least a good field trip? You know, it was pretty solid. I remember very little of it. It was a lot of, like, and not even a lot. It was like, you're in the bus for a long time. And then you get there, and then you do a little bit of soft hiking. You know, nothing too difficult for a handful of elementary school kids. I'm fairly certain we were in elementary school. If not that, then high school, middle school. So we were like somewhere between 10 and 14. And I remember being bored on the hike and hot, and I didn't like being outside. But the view of the crater was really lovely. So, and it didn't match the aesthetic of my pet ferret at all. Which made the story all the more embarrassing, but you know, it worked out in the end. Would be funny if Critter named her ferret Grim, because I imagine baby Critter doing that. Oh, well, oh, the Grim, I see. I was gonna say, well, we didn't know what Ruby was at the time. It wasn't around. Wow, this area really chugs your frame rate. I got the thing! I got Randomazo. Enables the unlocking and activation of Arcanas. What the fuck does that mean? Okay, well, oh my god! Are we playing Balatro now? What is this? Healing is doubled. Recovering HP. Damages nearby enemies for the same amount. That sounds excellent. Okay. Goddamn. Alright. These wizards need to die because they're killing my frame rate. But no. I don't know why Critter chose Sirius. Personally, I wasn't all that interested in Sirius Black as a character. Like, he was cool, but not my favorite. But I guess it's better than going like Harry, you know? Alright, I'm just gonna run away from the witches. They're too much. Just keep going. Hopefully they won't follow me. I'm just very slow. Bad news. Okay, I was gonna say, it seems like they're following me. You're finally back from the road. Welcome, Zero. We discussed it as a community, and we think you should stream while wearing a banana suit. 'Cause you look like a little banana guy. Send a tweet. So there you go. Oh good, I leveled up so much. Wow, great, excellent. Just touch all the guys. Touch them all. 100% of them. Alright, we tried. Name your pet Harry so you can do the boy who lived come to die. See, that was before that book. This was like when book 4 had come out. You guys, see, remember, I'm old. Boy who lived come to die. That book hadn't even come out, let alone the movie. And then it took years for that to become a meme. Crazy stuff, I know. Now I'm trying to figure out if it means because I'm a PFP or if it's because I look like a banana IRL. No, see, that's the problem. You don't look like a banana. And that's the thing, you go in being like, oh, Banana Man playing Wukong. And then you click on a video or a stream and it's just a guy. It's like, I came here for a banana. So yeah, you should look like a banana. I'm not saying become a banana VTuber, but you could. But you should at least buy a banana suit and wear banana outfit while you do streams and be banana. Become banana. That's it, send a tweet. How am I supposed to get over there? What do you mean? Hang on, wait, there's a secret, but it's like over here to the right. How do I get over there? Are there secret paths? Don't tell me there are secret paths. Oh no. Hey, someone who might want to backseat a little bit. How do I get to the thing on the right? Is there a secret path? God damn, the snakes are so much. Get out of here. You gotta touch the boys, because that's the only way you can kill them. It just makes sense. We really got our priorities straight. I came here to see a banana. What was it like living back when dinosaurs still roamed the earth? It was awesome. Dinosaurs are cool. I miss them. Pets nowadays? Blech. Chickens. Who wants them? Really, okay, dinosaurs are cool when they're lizards. They're not as cool when they're big birds, like how they were. It's a real bummeroni that we learned the truth about dinosaurs, and it's like, oh, this is a lot less cool, though. I don't remember. I think you go through one of the fireplaces on the left? On the left? Oh, golly. I'll probably have to Google this. That's the thing. I like Vampire Survivors. I hate secrets. I don't want to play a game with secrets. I want you to tell me what to do, and then I'll do it. Don't be like, ooh, ooh, woo. How do you get over there? And I was like, I don't know. You tell me. I'm gonna Google it. Today I found out that the guys who made Among Us were the same guys who made the Henry Stickmin series. You know, that makes a lot of sense. The Henry Stickmin series was excellent, too. So, I'm glad for them. That they're kind of just banging out good ones. I'm also glad that they were able to make a series that, like, how do I say this? Henry Stickmin was excellent, but it felt very Flash gamey. Like, even with their, like, official big final release, like, it was like, yeah, this is a Flash game. It's a handful of QuickTime events. You know, that's kind of it. But Among Us is like a for real video game, and I'm glad. I remember I played Henry Stickmin when it was on Newgrounds. I remember doing that. It was fun, and that was back when they still used a bunch of ripped sound effects and little jingles from other video games that then had to get replaced when they officially released their console version. But I remember back when it had Twilight Princess sound effects. I'm happy for those guys. Wait, go to the mirror. I think that might be it, or I'm just wrong and insane. Which mirror? What mirror? There's a mirror? Where? Do I just keep going north? I'll just keep going north. Eventually I'll get somewhere, I'm sure. Whether it be something useful or the edge of the map. Down and on the left. I'm way too far out now. I'll just get that next time. Thought I just remembered. Oh, hey, a mirror. I wonder if this is it. I got to the mirror, but nothing happened. Well. Well. Maybe it's not the right mirror. Maybe there's a million mirrors and you gotta find the right mirror. Sure, I'm hitting a lot of things without anything dying. I'd love like a everything dies on screen move just right about now. Another mirror. Still nothing going on, though. What if I just walk? What if I... Oh, wait. Something died. Dinosaurs are still cool as big birds. I'm just not into birds. Except for ravens. I like ravens. They're cool. But in general, birds don't do it for me. Not into them. They're like just big guys. Big guys, little guys, goofy little guys. I'm jumping back to Pokemon. What a surprise. But what's everyone's favorite legendary / mythical? Because I know personally it could be kind of difficult to remember which one's which. In general, the mythical ones are the cute littlies, and then the legendaries are the big guys. Mewtwo was legendary. Mew was mythical. Yeah, that's kind of a good rule of thumb. But what's your favorites? Allison is sniffing so loudly. You are. You're sniffing so loudly, I thought you were laughing at me. Then turn up the heater. Allison, what's your... Allison, what's your favorite... Allison, what's your favorite Pokemon legendary or mythical? If she answered me, I couldn't hear her. Oh, she said Mewtwo. For me, it's Mew. I like Mew. Don't even like Shoebill. You know what? Shoebills are cool. I like when birds wander into, like, weird, scary, kind of like ocean critters. You know I like scary ocean fish. And when birds are like, that one's basically a dinosaur, like Shoebills, then that's cool. But, like, just like, people will be like, oh, it's a pigeon. Oh, it's a little cockatiel. Oh, I got pet birds. And I'm like, oh, yeah. I don't like them. Am I a hater? Yes. But it is what it is. Even as a kid when dinosaurs were kind of dead, I still thought they were interesting. I got a book about them. I mean, dinosaurs are just cool. I always wanted, like, a Pokemon game, but it's just dinosaurs. And there's Fossil Fighters, which is similar, but, not quite right. I always really like the fossil Pokemon, which, even if I don't use them actually very often, which makes Paldea a slight bummer. Because they didn't have any fossil Pokemon, which does make sense, because arguably all of the Paradox Pokemon from the past just are fossils. Like, I understand why but, it is what it is, you know? Palkia and Dialga, fascinating. I think Koraidon is a legendary. Everything on a box, after Kanto, is a legendary. So, like, Ho-Oh and Lugia, they're legendaries. Kyogre, Groudon, legendaries. Palkia and Dialga. I never cared much for them. I like them plenty enough. I like them a lot more in Arceus Legends. Having all that plot happen around them, I won't spoil anything, but, that made them really, really cool. But otherwise, I was like, they're fine. I just don't like their designs. They're tough to remember. That's the thing. Is, like, I think about how do you draw Palkia and Dialga, and I'm like, I don't know, Dialga's, like, lumpy, and Palkia's, like, smooth. Hey, it's alright to have a basic pick. Hey, don't forget, I chose Mew, you know, the first legendary. Or mythical, rather. The first big one. The magical, mythical Mew that's definitely hidden under that truck. A purple chest? Whoa! Is this one gonna curse me or something? Well, it just gave me a heart. What the heck? Why was that one purple? That made it look so exciting. Well. Thanks, I suppose. think all my stuff is just maxed out. I think it gave me a heart, but that I can't even really do much about them. Like I'm just getting money for things at this point. Giratina is my personal favorite. I love the idea of a Pokemon that's from a completely different dimension that can still be captured by a child. I know, right? I liked Darkrai quite a lot. Darkrai is cool. Had a nifty movie as well. Purple gives you Arcana, but you only have one unlocked, so it acted as normal. I see! Fascinating. Well, that's neato. I know, yeah, Darkrai's silly little legs. I always think about that too. I gotta be honest, the tower as like a level design, kinda mid. It's pretty similar to the library, where kinda just going in one direction for a long time. I don't know, it's just not that stimulating. I felt like I had more to do with the milk factory. It feels a bit like we're reaching the end of our vampire surviving. Kinda just feels like I've seen all the game has to give me. Other than its myriad of secrets, but unless it gives me a good reason to be like, well, let's explore more secrets, maybe the Arcana could do that, but I don't know. I should have quickened the pace of the timer. Still got 7 more minutes until death comes and gets me. Ends my suffering. And then I revive a good couple of times. Yeah! I'm winning! Yippee! Yes, 0. I do think I will add Hades to the list. So don't you worry. 7 what? Yeah, 7... Like, you see the timer at the top? It only goes to 30, doesn't it? And then death comes and gets you? I'm fairly certain. I don't remember anymore. I said it with so much confidence, and now I don't even know. What are these guys? Oh, they're, chimeras. But, like, the classic version of them. Neato. The Arcanas give various buffs to different weapons, such as making some projectiles bounce off enemies multiple times. That's pretty cute. Did you know you could nickname Eternatus? I found out a while ago, and it's cool to me. I feel like I did know that, but yeah, I'm not huge on nicknaming legendaries, if anything, because it helps me remember them better. You know? Oh, you know what's another one I really like? Oh, I don't know if I can get its name right, though. Is it Ting Lu? I like the... Oh my gosh, giant crab hands! What the heck? I like the... So, there are the, ruins. The, like, Pokemon of ruins. The artifacts. And the one that's, like, a moose guy. That one. I like him a whole lot. That was the first one I found. I was really invested in the ruins Pokemon. And I was like, I need to get this. And I thought there was only one. And that was the first door I found. And I was like, I gotta get these. And then I get like all 8 of the stakes. And then it's like, cool, you got 8 stakes, but they weren't all of this one. And I was like, huh? And that was how I learned that there were more. Oh, I killed one of the crab hands. Oh my gosh, I can absolutely kill this crab. Hang on. Animated to level 50. Oh, something is red behind me. It looks like. We'll be fine. I actually also don't know if I can kill this crab. The hands are a lot weaker than its body. But yeah, Ting Lu Superfly. I also think it's the coolest of the ruins. That's just me. It does have big meaty claws. I'm surprised I didn't say it. Like the silly fire goldfish. Yeah, that's another good one. What a fun design. Caught a Regigigas in Pokemon Go. Named it Sir Reginald. What an unserious name. Just push you off the side of the edge. Just die out there in space. Little crabman. I feel like the crab got bigger as I hit it, so I don't know what's up with him. But I'll just keep heading north, I suppose. I got to level 50. I think that's all I needed to get to. You've probably answered this before, but what is your personal favorite Pokemon? I like Eevee. Like Eevee a whole lot. And I've explained why as well. I had a dream that I had a real Eevee. It was so soft. And I was very excited about having my own Pokemon. And then I woke up and I was devastated that it was not real. But yeah, I really like Eevee because of that. I also very much like Houndoom. Because of that episode in the anime where Houndoom takes care of Togepi for a while. Because Togepi got lost from Misty. The crab's definitely getting bigger. What's up with this crab? What a little weirdo. And then Mew. Because I was obsessed with the first movie. I was incredibly taken with it. It was like the most important movie in my life right after Labyrinth. Favorite evolution? I don't really like any of them. That's my big problem. That's why I'm so adamant that I want... something's going on downstairs. Can I enter the bubbles? I can. I think I took damage from them, but I'm not sure. I guess that's where the crabs came from. I don't really love any of them. I'd love for an evolution to be like, it's for me. You know, it's my hole. It was made for me, but none of them really are. Of the ones that do exist, I like Vaporeon plenty. I like Espeon well enough. I like Leafeon a decent amount. I think that's it. Those are the three highest ranking evolutions according to Twiins. But yeah, none of them have been like my definitive favorite. Which is why I really want them to make more evolutions. I guess the crab will just get bigger forever. What a silly guy. Death's gonna kill me before he does, though. Jolteon is probably the ugliest evolution. It is the least elegant. I think human Jolteon designs can be really neato, because I feel like everyone interprets them differently. Yeah, Jolteon was never really my favorite either. I liked that Vaporeon felt the most unique because it's got its, like, mermaid tail, you know? So it felt special and fancy. Oh my gosh. Death found me. Quit and cash in leftover revives. Yeah, might as well. I feel like there's nothing else for me in here. So, cool. Great! Wowee! Wowee wow willikers. I got, King Bobble to level 4. I found the Randamazzo. Found the Balatro. Reached level 50 with Croachy. Hell yeah. Fill 60 entries in the collection. That's great for me. And I also, yeah, I found the Randamazzo. Wowee wow willikers. Wow wow. Excellent. Didn't Game Freak say they tried to bring back evolutions, but one of their designs ended up looking like a fan design? I haven't heard about that. At this point, it's like, there's a million fan designs. You know, eventually it's like, you gotta make something, and if it ends up looking kind of similar to a fan design, it's like, well, you know, what are you gonna do? Be like, hey, you all made every option. But wow. Vampire Survivors didn't crash. Hooray. It didn't crash and the data wasn't lost forever. Woohoo. So that's gonna be it. I know, that's the thing, Vampire Survivors are kind of just chatting streams with a video game in my hand. But it was nice chatting to you all about Pokemon TCG Pocket and my Giga Brain Executor moves. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Gonna wrap up so I can relax for the rest of my night. Because I deserve it, dang it. So adios. Make smart choices. Eat your vegetables. Drink your water. I'm gonna do one of those right now. Delicious water. Alright, goodbye. See ya on the flip side.